I say it every chance that I get. Good morning, good life. But today I want to talk about the critical mistake that you could be making that not only messes up your day, but causes a much more stressful life. Have you been thinking about waking up earlier just to make your mornings a bit better, but haven't actually started yet, or maybe you can't stick to it? There might be a very good reason why. Trying new things outside of yourself to change the outcome of your day can only go so far. If your mindset isn't making the same strides, it's almost unnoticeable. That's when I had to make this video, when I discovered the specific mistake that you could be making in your mindset that is not only making you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, but totally screwing up the rest of your day. So we need to talk about what that is and how we're going to prevent it. Before we dig in, you know what time it is. I have to give a little Twitter gratitude to somebody, and today I'm shining a light on Diva Pink 21. Chandra, thank you so much for watching these videos. I appreciate your time and attention, and of course, your retweet. That was pretty cool of you. If you would potentially like a shout out here on AmyTV, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter and retweet my latest video when it comes out. I'd also like to give a shout out to today's sponsor of AmyTV, and that is Dollar Shave Club. I imagine in your morning routine, you've probably thought about doing a few things, right? Like showering, shaving, washing your face. No matter what your maintenance level is, and mine is high, you are always having to shop for all of these different items to make sure that you have everything you need, take care of yourself, groom yourself accordingly, and it's always hard to find the best ones, especially when they tend to be really expensive. You need shower products, you need skin products, you need hair products, you need oral care, you need shaving, and yeah, even your butt. We don't have to talk about that one. Basically, if you have a body, Dollar Shave Club has you covered. So that you don't have to think about all the things, I highly recommend you check out their starter sets. And it includes things like the executive razor, a cassette of 4 additional razor blades. You've got a tube of their Dr. Carver's shave butter, which is literally my favorite. I do not buy anything else for shaving anymore. This stuff is the bomb. As well as their face cleanser. The Hawaiian ginger is so good. Thanks to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this episode of AmyTV and for giving you access to their starter sets for just $5. Their restock boxes will be regularly priced if you love what you're getting, which I think you will. Just check out the link in the description. That's dollarshaveclub.com/AmyTV. Okay, so back to that mistake that you've been making. Let's say you're stressed, and you wake up in the morning and you're focusing on that stress. What's being affected in this moment is your working memory. Your working memory helps you learn and retain information whenever you're distracted. This is good because it helps us anticipate things before they happen, which is really great if you're trying to prevent something. However, it's not good in the way that it affects your daily memory function, and it will negatively affect this even if the things you're stressing out about don't actually happen. This is all stemming from a report out of Penn State where they did a study with 240 participants. From this study, the director of Penn State's Center for Healthy Aging, Martin Slawinski, found the following. When you wake up in the morning with a certain outlook for the day, in some sense, the die is already cast. If you think your day is going to be stressful, you're going to feel those effects even if nothing stressful ends up happening. This is groundbreaking. Tips, tricks, all that stuff, it's amazing, but if you have just told yourself that the day is gonna suck for some reason, none of it matters. You have to take care of your mind first. So now we know the problem. If you wake up focusing on one thing that stresses you out, or lots of things that stress you out, that is going to affect you for your entire day in a negative way, okay? This is not positive stress we're talking about. So what are we gonna do about it? Here are my ideas. First, if you must stress the day before. The researchers found that stress in the morning affects your working memory later in the day. But stress anticipation the night before? No effect on poorer working memory. Good morning, good life. If you are a stress-filled person, just put it off until the end of the day for you to engage. Stop fighting it. Just know when to schedule it. That's what I love to hear. We can schedule our stress for later today. Think of it this way, though. Honestly, I don't want you to stress out, but if you make the time at night to go over your list, look at your calendar, look at all your commitments, really just embrace all the things that could cause you stress, start to work through it, then you know what? You might get a little stressed out by that list. You might get a little stressed out about what's happening the next day, but if you just do it the night before and not try to focus so much on the negative side of it the next day because you've already wrapped your mind around it, you might be able to proceed a lot more successfully than you would have otherwise. My next idea is to consider your sleep habits. Do you go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every day? That's a good habit. Is your bed for bedtime only? Are you not watching endless movies or scrolling on your phone all the time? Do you really focus on sleep in the bed? Do you stay cool when you're sleeping? We keep it at 68 degrees or lower because we want to make sure we stay asleep and not wake up sweating. Also, Lucy gets hot flashes, so she lets us know when everybody is hot as soon as it happens. And are you doing something to relax before bed? I love to have a little glass of water with magnesium in it. It calms me, and it's literally called Calm, so I'll link to that in the description. And it's a nice way to drink something that is good before bed and read a book and start to set the tone for falling asleep. Hopefully you did all that stress crap before this happens because this is heavenly. My next tip is morning pages. I have felt that if I did wake up feeling a little anxiety or something's bothering me or something's building up, whenever I brain dump on 3 pages in my journal, it all comes out, it all gets on paper, it's out of my head, and I feel like I can manage it a lot better in my head. Because I'm not thinking about it so much, I'm not dissecting it so much because I've written out everything I'm thinking about it, and so I don't have to have those wires synapsing in my brain. This next tip came out of the study as well, and it's making Zen prompts throughout your day. Slowinski said, if you wake up and feel like the day is going to be stressful, maybe your phone can remind you to do some deep breathing, relaxation before you start your day. So I know my Apple Watch will tell me to breathe. That's one thing that could happen periodically throughout the day, but you could also start with meditation. It's such a good idea if you know you're anxious, if you know you're stressed a lot of the time, to at least attempt to give 5 to 10 minutes right off the bat at the beginning of the day, the most critical for your mindset, to just try to clear the mind. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be successful. So many people have been doing this for years and they're not, but at least try so that you can limit the impact of those stressful thoughts on your working memory. And the last tip I want to share, hear me out. It's breaking my heart to say this, limit caffeine. Actually, avoid it, probably. There have been studies linking caffeine to stimulating anxiety, and it's even worse if that anxiety is already present. So if you're trying to balance both your love of coffee in the morning and your love of lack of stress, then maybe start with a decaf. I really hope that's not you, but try it. So now that we're gonna try to have a less stressful morning so we can live our best life, let's talk about what we learned in a tweetable. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Tim Ferriss. Now I want to hear from you. What would you do in the mornings if all of your problems, all of your stresses, all of it fell away? Leave that in the comments below. And thanks again to our sponsor of AmyTV, Dollar Shave Club. If you'd like to try out their starter set for $5, check out dollarshaveclub.com/AmyTV. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers. We gotta get this chair WD-40'd. Uh-oh, I have an interview right now.